Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inshallah, we'll continue doing these problems for 5.2. We finished these ones. Now we'll go to this one. Okay. This one, what we have? We have a continuous function, so it's integrable. Okay. Defined in this interval. Fx is non-negative. And it's an increasing function. This is the important thing. Because notice, if the function is increasing, okay, then what will happen? Then they want Rn with using right endpoints and Ln using left endpoint. And A is the exact area. So this is A. All of this is A. This is the area. Okay. Now, if I'm using right endpoint, I'm using right endpoints. So this is my area, and this is my area. So you notice one thing. This is, yeah. Okay. So Rn, I'm using the right endpoint, huh? So I'm using this one. I'm using this one. So Rn is, this is the area is this one. So Rn, I have this one, additional things. So Rn will be greater than or equal to A. Since the function is increasing. Since the function is increasing. Now, if you think about it, if the function is decreasing, the function is increasing also, but I want to use now the left endpoint, huh? Assume up to here. I want to use left. So the first one, I have nothing. The second one, I will use this. In the second one, I'll use this area. The third one, I'll use this area. So this one is missing. So Ln will be less than or equal to A. Okay. So A is between Ln and Rn. I'm looking for something false. So this is true. And also this one is true. So if we take 8 in the other side, I see Rn minus A is greater than or equal to 0. Okay, this is one thing. The other things, I need now to find Rn and Ln, and I want to find the difference between them. I want to check the difference between them. Okay, let us do the calculations. What will be for Rn? By the way, delta x will be, I will make it B minus A over A. B minus A over N. Since it's between A and B, huh? Between A and B. Now this is the interval. Okay, now for Rn, I have xi is A plus I delta x. Let me leave it delta x. And then at the end I will do it. So f of xi will be f of A plus I delta x. Okay. Now what will be Rn? Rn will be the summation I equal 1 to n f of xi times delta x. Let me leave it delta x so that easy to write it. That will be what? F of x1, where I have I equal 1, so that f of A plus delta x, or you know what? Always times delta x. Let me take delta x outside the common factor instead of writing delta x. Okay. So at I equal 1, that will be f of x1, which is f of A plus delta x. At I equal 2, that f of A plus 2 delta x plus blah, 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 the one before the end, it will be f of a plus n minus 1 delta x plus f of a plus n delta x. That will be Rn. Okay, now for Ln. I need what? I need xi minus 1, huh? Since I'm using the left endpoint, that will be a plus I minus 1 delta x. And f of xi minus 1, so what will be Ln? Ln will be summation I equal 1 to n, f of xi minus 1 delta x, which is delta x times f of x, where I equal 1, that will be what? A, no, f of this, f of a plus 0 delta x plus f of a plus delta x plus plus f of a plus n minus 1 delta x. That will be Ln. That will be Ln. Okay. Now what will be n minus Ln? Rn minus Ln. So it will be this minus this. Okay. So I can take delta x common factor times what? Let me list this one. F of a plus delta x plus f of, you know what? I'll write it here so that I have a long Rn minus Ln delta x times f of a plus delta x plus f of a plus 2 delta x plus f of a plus n minus 1 delta x plus. Notice this one is what? A plus n times b minus a over n, f of this. So n cancelled, I have f of b. So that is f of b. Oops. So the last one, f of b. Minus this. Also take delta x common factor, minus f of a, 0 is m delta x, minus f of a plus delta x, minus f of a notice this cancels with this cancel with this, also this cancel with someone here. Okay, so what's the remaining? That will be delta x times f of b minus f of a. In other words, since delta x is b minus a over n times f of b minus f of a. So this is true. This is true. Since Rn, huh? This one is true. Why? Let me do it here. Oops. This one is also true. Why? Because Rn, if you take this to the other side, I have Rn minus b minus a over n times f of b minus f of a. This is what? Take this to the other side, this is Ln. And they know in Ln that will be less than or equal to A. Or other words, A is greater than, this is Ln. So again, so this is true. This one is wrong. because this is ln. A cannot be less than ln. A is greater than or equal to ln. So this is wrong. Yeah. It's a little bit lengthy, but the idea, you get it one. If you know it, then you can do it. Yeah, you can do it easily. Notice this. Rn minus Rn, it will be delta x f of b minus f of a. That's exactly what we have. And we know since the function is increasing, the right endpoint will be the area using this right endpoints. It will be greater than or equal to a. Using the left endpoint, it will be less than or equal to a. Yeah. Now we'll go back to these questions. Easy ones, just calculations. And then we'll see what will. Okay, this is midpoint, huh? Okay, from 1 to 7. خلاص. So 1 to 7. Okay, how many rectangles? I want 3. 3 rectangles. So delta x will be 7 minus 1. This is n equals 3, huh? This is b, this is a, this is b. Let me do it. Yeah, just to remind you what we did before. That will be 7 minus 1 over 3. That will be 2. So 2, that will be 3. 2, that will be 5. And you want what? You want the mid of each one. So my point I'll choose here is what? X1 will be 2. Here, use X2 will be 4. The mid here, X3 will be 6. Okay, so my area approximately will be f delta x, huh? Delta x times f of x1 plus f of x2 plus f of x3, which are the midpoint. So that will be 2 times x1, 2. 2 square, 4 plus 3, 7 plus. Okay, 4. 4 square, 16 plus 3, 17. 6. 6 square, 36 plus 3, 39. So that will be 2 times what? 58 plus 7, 65. And that will be 120 plus 10, which is 130, which is this. Yeah, the same idea. 3 rectangles, n equals 3. Midpoints, the area under the graph from x equal, this is A, this is B. Okay, do the same. That will be 0. This is up to 3. Delta x is what? B minus A over n. And that will be 3 minus 0 over 3, which is 1. So this is 1. Add 1. This is 2. So my x1 will be half. Yeah, fractions. So you need to deal with fractions. X2, 3 over 2. X3 will be 5 over 2. Okay, so my area approximately delta x times f of x1 minus f of x2 plus, plus f of x3. Yeah, let us do it. Delta x is 1, خلاص. So that will be f of x1, f of half, which is 3 over 2 minus 1 over 4. Plus f of 3 over 2. 3 over 2, that will be 9 over 2 minus 9 over 4. Plus 5 over 2, it will be 15 over 2 minus what? 25 over 4. 25 over 4. Okay. So now it's a matter of calculation. 3 plus 9, 12, plus 15, that will be 27 over 2. I added those. Minus 10 minus 35 over 4. Which is what? Multiply by 2, That will make it 54 over 2 over 4. I multiply 2 times 2 and 2 minus 35. And that give me what? 19 over 4, which is this one. It's a matter of calculation. Okay. Fractions. Using 4 rectangles, taking sample points to be left endpoints, to estimate the area for this function. This is A and N equal 4. Okay, and this is B. خلاص. What will be delta X? It will be pi minus 0 over N, which is 4. So that will be pi over 4. So you have this is 0. You add pi over 4. You add another pi over 4. You add a third pi over 4 up to pi. So you have 4 rectangles. Okay. I will choose this point. Huh? That will be my x1. Since I need the left, huh? That will be my x2. And the second rectangle, that will be my x3. That will be my x4. Yeah, let us do the calculation. What will be A? A approximately delta x times f of x1 plus f of x2 plus f of x3. We can call it x0. Huh? Yeah, let me call it x0. Since I'm using the left endpoint, huh? So we call this is x0, this is x1, x2, x3, x4. Yeah, these are a matter of notations. Huh? But usually they do it this xi minus 1. Usually do it xi minus. Okay, so plus x0, x1, 2, plus f of x3. Okay, let's say this is a matter of notations. Okay, so that will be pi over 4 times f of x0. No, this is my function. So sine squared 0, which is 0. Okay. Now sine pi over 4 square root 2 over 2. Or 1 over square root over 2. So square root 2 over 2 square. Let me do it like this. Plus, with pi over 2, it will be 1 square. 3 pi over 4, it will be the same thing. Root 2 over 2 square. And the last, plus. This will be the end. So that will be pi over 4 times what? Root 2 over 2 is what? Half. Half it will be. Half plus half. 1 plus 1, that will be 2. So that will be pi over 2, which is this answer. Matter of calculation, okay? Using 3 approximating rectangles and midpoint, huh? For this. Yeah, it has fractions. 0. What will be delta x first? I have n equal 3, huh? This is A. This is B. So my delta x will be 6 minus 0 over 3, which is 2. Okay. So 0 to 2. Okay. I add 2. I add 2. That will be the last one. I have 3 rectangles. Okay. Now I need the midpoints so that my x1 will be 1, x2 will be 3, x3 will be 5. Okay. So now my area approximately will be delta x, f of x1 plus f of x2 plus f of x3. And that will be delta x, which is 2. F of x1, it will be what? 1 over 2. Yeah, fraction again. Plus 1 square over 2. Yes. If 3, it will be 9 over 4. 9 over 4. Yeah. 3 square over 3 plus 1, which is 4. F of x3, which is f of 5, it will be what? 25 over 6. 25 over 6. Okay. That will be what? Yeah. That will be 2. You need to make a common denominator here. It's not 6, it should be 12. Yeah, 12 it work with all of these one. 12 over 2, 6 times 1, that will be 6. 3, that will be 27. 2, that means 50. So I have what? 33 plus 50, 83. This is cancelled. This is 6. 83 over 6, which is this one. Okay. Let L4 be the estimate using left endpoint. خلاص. 4 rectangles n equal 4. This is the curve. This is A, and this is B. خلاص. So I have what will be delta x will be 2 minus 0 over 4, and that is half. Yeah, 0, that will be half. I add half up to 2. Okay, I want the left endpoint, huh? So I call this x0, x1, x2, x3, x4. I will choose here in the first rectangle, I'll choose x0. Here I choose x1 in the second rectangle. The third, I choose this one. I choose this. I choose the left endpoint every time, okay? So it will be area or L4, huh? L4 approximately, huh? Delta x times f of x0 plus f of x1 plus f of x2 plus f of x3. I'm using the left endpoint. Huh? So that will be half times what? F of x0. It will be f of 0. F of 0, it will be 4. 4 minus 0. Yeah, let me do it this way. Okay. Plus 4 minus half, which is 1 over 4. Half square, which is 1 over 4. Plus 4 minus 1 plus 4 minus 9 over 4. That's all. So that will be half times what? Yeah. 4, 4, 4, 4. This is 16 minus 1. That will be 15 minus 10 over 4. 10 over 4, which is 5 over 2. Okay. So that will be what? Half times 30 minus 5, 25 over 2. That give me 25 over 4, which is this one. Okay. The Riemann sum, just the regular sum, with 100 subintervals. Wow. Yeah, but the function is easy. So now we can deal with it. Take sample points to be the right endpoint. Okay. So n equal 100. What will delta x will be 2 minus, this is A, and this is, and this is B. Okay, and no, okay. So 2 minus 1 over 100. That will be 1 over 100. This is delta x. So what will be now? Just try to starting from 1 up to 2. This is will be 1 plus 1 over 100. Okay, I'm choosing this. Okay, so let me do it by these xi things. Huh? Xi will be A plus I delta x, which is what? 1 plus I over 100. Okay, now let us see what will happen. So now my area will be approximately delta x, f of x1 plus f of x2 plus blah, 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 until f of x 100. Okay, which is what? 1 over 100 times what? F of x1 will be 1, be careful now, over 1 over 100 plus 1 plus 2 over 100. Don't do the, leave it like this. Plus 1 plus 3 over 100 to show you what will happen. Plus blah, 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 plus 1 plus 100 over 100. And in other words, this is what? 1 over 100. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. That will be, it's like summation. Huh? I can do it as summation. I equal 1 to 100 of 1 plus summation I equal 1 to 100 and 1 to I over 100. Okay, so now I can use the formulas. I have 1 over 100. This is one repeated 100 times. That will be 100, which is 1 times 100. Huh? It's like C. Huh? That will be C times N, which is 100, plus 1 over 100, summation of I up to N. Huh? So that will be 100, N times N plus 1 over 2. Okay, so that will be 1 over 100, 100. This is cancelled, huh? Plus 101 over 2, which is what? 1 over 100. That will be what? 200 plus 101, which is 301 over 2. In other words, that's 301 over 200, which is this. It's a matter of calculation. Yeah. The lower sum. Okay. Yeah. I'm not using the right file. That's okay. I'll go back to this one because I need to find, this is a little bit tricky one. So I will leave it. Then we'll do one similar, then I will be back to this one. Okay, using right endpoint, the area of the region that lies under the graph of death. Now he did not do the calculation, just he leave it as it. So we'll do the calculations using right endpoints. Now we're doing it for any n, huh? N subintervals. Okay. I know the area will be the area. You want to find the area. That will be limit n goes to infinity, summation I equal 1 to n, f of xi delta x, or n, huh? In general. So this is A, this is B, huh? So it will be delta x. Delta x will be pi over 2 minus 0 over n. Or in other words, pi over 2n. Okay, what will be xi? Xi will be A plus I delta x. A is what? A is 0. خلاص. So it will be pi I over 2n. That will be xi. So my area exactly will be limit n goes to infinity. Summation I equal 1 to n. F of xi, f of this. This is the function. So it will be square root cosine is xi, which is pi I over 2n times delta x, which is pi over 2n. This is not related to to n, so I can take, not related to I can take it outside. That will be limit n goes to infinity, pi over 2n, summation I equal 1 to n, square root cosine pi I over 2n. Which is this? Very clear. Yeah, I forget the summation. Yeah, the summation is here. Okay. I hope it's clear. Using 4 rectangles, midpoints, yeah, fractions things, yeah. Okay. Then the estimate of the area under the graph of this, from this to this, is equal to what? Okay. using 4 rectangles, midpoints. Okay. Starting, this is A and this is B. And what will be delta X? It will be B minus A over N, N equal 4 plus. That will be 1 minus 1 over 4, which is half, huh? 2 over 4, which is, okay. So if I list the rectangles or the intervals, that minus 1, I add half. That will make it minus half. I add half. That will make it 0. I add half. That will make it half. I add half. That will be make it 1, which is the last one. And I use what? Midpoint. Okay. So I need to find the midpoints here. X1 will be what? Minus 1 minus half over 2, huh? I add them over 2. So I have minus 1 minus half over 2 minus 3 over 2 over 2. That will be minus 3 over 4. Yeah, a matter of strange numbers. Okay, here, what will be the midpoint? Minus half plus 1. It will be 0, huh? How to find the midpoint? You add them and divide by 2. Okay, 0 minus half over 2. That will be minus 1 over 4. Okay, here I have 1 over 4. Here I have x4 is what? 3 over 2, 3 over 4. Okay, now let us do the calculation. The area will be approximately, notice one thing. Here I write the area equal. Since I'm doing the limit in goes to infinity, I'm making the number of the number of rectangles goes to infinity. Here, since it's only 4 rectangles, I make it approximately this. Always we notice this. Okay, so that will be delta x times f of x1 plus f of x2 plus f of x3 plus f of x4. Okay, delta x is half. This is half. Yeah, we need to be careful. Minus 3 over 4, that will be 1 minus square, huh? So it's 9 over 16. Plus f of x2, f of minus 1 over 4, that will be 1 minus 1 over 16. Plus f of x3, 1 over 4, it will be 1 minus 1 over 16. Okay, the square make it the same. Okay, plus 1 minus 9 over 16. Okay, that will be half times what? 1, 1, 1. That will make it 4. This is minus 9, minus 1, minus 1, minus 9. That will be minus 20 over 16. Okay. That by 4, it's 5. By 4, it's 4. So I have half. 16 minus 5. That will be 11 over 4. That gives me 11 over 8, which is this. Okay. If U and L are upper or lower sums for this function in this interval with n equal 4. So you want me to find the upper sum and the lower sum. And then I just find U plus L over 2. Okay. And notice one thing. First, this is the function. I need to be careful about the function. This is the function up to 2. Okay. So the function is increasing. That means what? Function increasing. Then I'll go back to the question which I left. The function is increasing. That means what? That means upper sum, which is upper sum. I need to have the right endpoints. This is which is more than the area, more than the exact area. Upper sum, I will choose the right endpoint. Lower sum, I will use the left endpoint. Since the function is increasing all the way. Since, yeah, if I use the right endpoints, I'm getting an area more than the exact area. If I'm using left endpoints, I'm getting an area less than the exact area. Like what we did here. We explain it here. Where is it? Yeah, the one Rn, yeah, like this one. Since the function is increasing here. Okay, that's what will happen. So I have Rn, which is the right endpoint, will be greater than the area. So they call it upper sum, which is more than the regular sum, more than the area. This approximation will be more than the area, and that will be less than the area. Okay, then I'll go back to this one. Okay, now for the upper sum, now let us do the rest. N equal 4, this is A, this is B, delta X will be the same. That will be what? 2 minus 0 over 4, that will be half. Okay, now for the upper one, U, be careful. Now, let me just split the area. That will be up to 2. So add half, that will be half. Add another half, that will be 1. Add a third half, that's 3 over 2. That will be 2. Okay, for the upper, I will use this. Since the function is increasing. So if I am, just to be sure about this upper things, if I am in this interval, I have f of 0 equals 0, and f of half, yeah, maybe that will explain it more, f of 4. So if I want to use the upper, I will use this, because this is greater than this. If I want to use the lower, I will take this, because it's less than this one. And I have f of 1, the same thing with the rest. Okay, now for the upper, what will be the area? U, which is for the upper, will be delta X, which is half. Yeah, or let me call it X0, X1, X2, X3, X4. Okay, for the upper, I have delta X, f of X1, yeah, because I need the right endpoint, plus f of X2, plus f of X3, plus f of X4. Okay, what will be delta X? Delta X is half times f of X1, this one. So I have 1 over 4 plus 1 plus 9 over 4 plus 4. And that will be what? Yeah, 5. 9 over 4 is 10 over 4, 5 over 2. So it will be half 5 plus 5 over 2, which is half. That will be what? 10 plus 5, 15 over 2. That will be 15 over 4. That will be the upper. Lower, which is less than the exact area. Lower than the exact area. So we'll choose what? Now the left endpoint. I'm choosing the left endpoint. So it will be f of x0, since the function is increasing all the way, plus f of x1, plus f of x2, plus f of x3, which is clear, That will be half times what? F of x0, which is 0, 0 squared, that will be 0, plus 1 over 4, plus 1, plus 9 over 4. That'll give me what? Half times what? 1 plus 5 over 2. 10 over 4, which is 5 over 2. That will be what? 7 over 4. Okay. So now U plus L over 2, that will be 15 over 4 plus 7 over 4 over 2. That will be what's 15 side 7, that will be 22 over 8 or 11 over 4, which is this one. Okay. This is upper. This is lower. Which is clear. Let me back to this question. because I think it's good to do it now. Yeah, we need to be careful with this question. Y, this is A, خلاص. This is B, n equal 4. Okay, or let me graph the function first. The function, it's 0 here and 0 here. Function will do something like this. Be careful. The function is increasing here, but it's decreasing here. So you need to be careful. Now, delta x, it will be the same idea. That will be 1 minus 1 over 4. That will be half. That will be my delta x. Okay, be careful. When it comes to the lower sum, here I will use the left endpoint since the function is increasing. There I will use the right endpoint since the function is decreasing. And I will explain it also in the intervals. This will be -1, add half, that will be minus half, add half, that will be 0, add half, that will be half, add half, that will be 1. That will be 1. So now, f of -1 will be what? 1 minus 1, which is 0. F of minus half will be what? 1 minus 1 over 4, which is 3 over 4. F of 0, it will be 1. F of half, it will be f of half, 1 minus 3 over 4. F of 1 will be 0. We want what? The lower sum. We want the lower sum. So in this interval, I want to see the lower one. Which is the lower one? This or this? 0 or 3 over 4? For sure 0. So I'm using left endpoint since the function is increasing. So my area approximately delta x times what? Here I will use f of -1. Okay, this is the first interval. Now if I am in the second interval, this is 3 over 4 and this is 1. What is lower? What is the smallest? Which is smaller? 3 over 4. So it will be plus f of minus half. Be careful now. When it comes to the third interval, I have 1 and 3 over 4. Like I'm doing what now? 3 over 4. Because the function is decreasing here. Function is decreasing. So I'll choose the right endpoint to find the lower. So this is plus f of half. I wish it's clear. Now the fourth interval, I want the lower sum. So this and this, I will choose what? F of 1, the smallest one. In each interval, I need to choose the smallest value. Alas, that will be what? Now, just a matter of calculation. Half times f of -1, that is 0. F of minus half, 3 over 4. Plus f of half, which is another 3 over 4. Plus f of 1, which is another 0. So that will be what? Half times 6 over 4. 1 over 2. 2. That will be 3 over 4, which is this one. Which is clear. This is, I think, will explain the idea of the lower and upper sum. But I think this question is good to be after this one. After this one, to make it clear now. Okay, using the midpoint for this, and with n equals 3. I think we did something similar. I did the same function, sine square, from 0, 4 rectangle. Now he wants 3 rectangle. Okay. Let us do 3 rectangles. I want the midpoint. Okay. So delta x, this is A, this is B. Delta x, yeah, will be pi over 3 this time. Pi minus 0 over 3, which is pi over 3. So I'm starting with 0. We want 3 rectangles. Add pi over 3. Add pi over 3. Add pi over 3. I'm getting pi. I want the midpoint. Yes. So this is will be pi over 6. Add them over 2. Add them, that will be pi. So I have pi over 2 here. Correct? That will be 3 pi over 3, which is pi over 2. This one, my point will be what? 5 pi over 3, but 5 pi over 6. I will choose 5 pi over 6. Not on the side, so I will think it's positive. Okay. Actually, I need the square. Okay. So my area, approximately delta x times what? Times f of pi over 6 plus f of pi over 2 plus f of pi over 6. That give me what? Pi over 3 times f of pi over 6. Sine pi over 6 is half squared. Let me write it half square. Okay. Pi over 2, it's 1 square. 5 pi over 6 is similar to pi over 6. It's a positive, everything positive, so that will be half square. That give me what? Pi over 3 times what? This is 1 over 4 plus 1 plus 1 over 4. That pi over 3 few times what? 1 plus half, which is pi over 3 times 3 over 2, which is pi over 2, which is this one. Okay. Approximation for the area between the graph of this, the x-axis, and x using the left endpoints and 5 rectangles of equal width. This is A. This is B. Yeah, it's a matter of calculation now. Delta x is pi over 2 plus minus 3 pi over 4 over 2. Why is this? Which is pi over 2 plus 3 pi over 4 over 2. That will be 5 pi over 8. Yeah, why is this? It will be what? This is 2 pi over 4, 5 pi over 4 over 2. That's 5 pi over 8. خلاص. So I'm starting with minus 3 pi over 4, which is minus 6 pi over 8. I add 5 pi over 8. That will make it minus pi over 8. This is, yeah, you can deal with it, minus 6 pi over 8. Okay, make it easier. Add 5 pi over 8, that will be 4 pi over 8. Add 5 pi over 8. I need 5, huh? 1, 2, 3. I need more. Huh? Yeah. Add 5 pi over 8, that will be 9 pi over 8. Add 5 pi over 8, that will be 14 pi over 8. No. I made the mistake somewhere. That will be 5 pi over 8, so that give me should be pi over 2 at the end. How it comes. I need how many rectangles? 5 rectangles. So pi over 2, b minus, that will be pi over 2 plus 3 pi over 4. That 2 pi over 4, 5 pi over 8. خلاص. I'm starting with minus 3 pi over 4, which is minus 6 pi over 8. Okay. And it's 5 rectangles, so I should reach pi over 2. I say already reached pi over 2 here. So there is a mistake somewhere. B is pi over 2 minus A. Yeah, this is over 5. Sorry. This is over 5. Over 5. Yeah, N is 5. What is this? So this is 5 pi over 8 over 4 over 20. And that will make it pi over 4. Sorry for that. I don't need this. This will be the 5th. Sometimes, it's not over 2, over 5. Okay, so add over 4. That give me what? Minus 2 pi over 4. Add pi over 4. That's minus pi over 4. Add pi over 4. That will be 0. Add pi over 4. That will be pi over 4. That will be 2 pi over 4, which is pi over 2. Okay, and I want to use the left endpoint. I use the absolute value to make it easier, but I think it's a fraction things here. Okay, focus. Okay, so my area approximately delta x. I want to use what left endpoint. So I'm going to use these points. So it will be f of minus 3 pi over 4 plus f of minus pi over 2 plus f of minus pi over 4 plus f of 0 plus f of pi over 4. Okay, what is delta x? That will be pi over 4 times what? F of minus 3 pi over 4, it will be square root 2 over 2. Absolute value, make it always positive. Who cares? That will be plus 1 pi over 4 square root 2 over 2. F of 0, 0, مع السلامة, plus 0, plus square root 2 over 2. That give me what? Pi over 4. I have square root of 2 square root of 2, 3 square root of 2 over 2 plus 1. In other words, he wrote it in multiply by 2. That will be pi over 8, 3 square root of 2 plus 2. Yeah, which is the upper sum for the region bounded by the graph of this. In terms of subintervals, he doesn't want it to be calculated, but in terms of the subintervals. Okay. Yeah, okay. Let us graph the function easily. It's a line, so it's easy to get it. At 1, it's 4. At 1, it's 4. And at 2, it's 2. So this is what we're looking for. I want to find what? The upper sum. This function is what? Decreasing. So to find the upper sum, I need to use what? Left endpoint or right endpoint? For sure, I will use the left endpoint. We can check it easily, huh? In this one, this is my function. If I use the right, no, since the function is decreasing, I want the upper sum. No, it means I will use the, if you remember when we did this, this is a good one. We want the lower sum. If it's increasing, the lower sum will be the left endpoint, and the upper sum will be the lower sum. If it is decreasing, the lower sum will be the right endpoint. Here, I need the upper sum. So I will use what? Left endpoint. Since I want the upper sum, huh? If you use this, I want the upper sum. So I will use this to make it more than the exact area. So I will use, since the function is decreasing all the way, I will use left endpoint. So we did one decreasing all the way. We did one increasing all the way. And we did one increasing and decreasing. Okay. That's, I think, we'll cover this idea of upper sum and lower sum. Okay, خلاص. So make it in terms of the intervals, n, for any n. So I will deal with it as an n. Delta x will be what? B minus a over n. Just I will do it for any n. That will be 2 minus 1 over n. That will be 1 over n. Since I'm using what? Left n. Be careful. So that my xi will be a plus I minus 1 delta x. Since I'm using left endpoint, that will be 1 plus I minus 1 over n. Okay. And I want f of xi, which is 6 minus 2 times 1 plus I minus 1 over n. Okay. So what will be my delta x? Not delta x, what's the delta x? What will be my area approximately? Will be delta x times the summation I equal 1 to n f of xi. It should be f of xi delta x, but delta x, yeah, let me do it. It will be summation I equal 1 to n. It's not f of xi. This is xi minus 1. This is f of xi minus 1. So it will be f of xi minus 1 delta x. Delta x does not depend on I, so I can take it out. That will be 1 over n summation I equal 1 to n of this, which is 6 minus 2 minus 2 I over n plus 2 over n. Okay, yeah, this one I can simplify it. 6 minus 2. Yeah, I need to save time. So this is what I wrote there. Right. Okay. This is 6 minus 2 minus 2I over n plus 2 over n. So that will be 4 plus 2 over n minus 2I over n. Matter of calculation, need to be careful about it. That will be 1 over n. What's the summation of 4? That will be 4n. 2 over n, it will be 2 over n times n. Just a constant, huh? Because this does not depend on I. So take it out. This is minus 2 over n summation I equal 1 to n. That will be 1 over 4 times 4n. Be careful with the calculation. Plus 2 minus 2 over n times. This is I, huh? It took minus 2 over n. That will be n plus 1 over 2. So this is cancelled, this is cancelled, this is cancelled. What do we have? We have 1 over 4 times. We have 4n plus 2 minus n minus 1. Okay, that will give me what? It's not 1 over 4, 1 over n. Right, this 4 comes from where? I change n to 4. It's 1 over n, huh? 1 over n, 1 over n. Okay. So that will be what? 1 over n times 3n plus 1. In other words, it's 3 plus 1 over n, which is this one. Yeah, matter of calculations. Okay. I think I will do these 3 problems, then I will stop. Always this one, and then I will stop. Huh? Yeah, the rest is just the book. The book plus two more questions. Okay, I don't want to take long one. Okay, if you use the midpoint with n equal 4 to approximate the area of the region bounded by this graph, and the x has over this interval, a equals 0, b equal 4, n equal 4, delta x will be 4 minus 0 over 4, that is 1. Yeah, what's an easy one? 0, add 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I need the midpoint. Okay, so I need half, 3 over 2, 5 over 2, 7 over 2. Diameter calculation. Yeah, delta x is 1. Area will be approximately delta x, f of half, plus f of 3 over 2, plus f of 5 over 2, plus f of 7 over 2. Sometimes it's good to leave it, huh? Delta x is 1, خلاص, who cares? F of half will be what? 1 over 4 plus 2. 4 times half, which is 2. Okay. F of 3 over 2 plus 9 over 4 plus 3 over 2, that will be 12 over 2, that plus 6. F of 5 over 2, that will make it what? 25 over 4 plus 20 over 2, which is 10. 7 over 2, that will be 49 over 4 plus what? Yeah, 14, huh? Yeah, 28 over 2, which is 40. Yeah, add this. It will be 10. I have what? 25. 10 plus 25, that will be 35. Plus 49. That give me what? 84. So I need 84 over 4, which is 21. So that will be 21 plus 2 plus 6, 8, 10, 18, plus 32, which is 53. That will be the answer. Yeah, since this is the last two before the you know what, I think I will stop here. I will do this and the remaining questions in the, these are the from the book, questions from the book. Yeah, let me stop here then. I think it's more yeah, I don't want to take long time. Usually I like to have like only where is this? Not this one. I think this one. Why is it not giving me the? Yeah, I'll stop the recording. Thank you.